had the two sons when they got ready to make the journey to Moab, right? You understand that? She already had the two sons when they got ready to go. And the name of the man was Elimelech. And the name of the wife was Naomi. And the name of the two sons were Mahlon and Chilion and Euphrates of Bethlehem, Judah. And they came into the country of Moab and continued there. And Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left with her two sons. She went somewhere. She went somewhere with her husband. You know, I like to touch on this stuff. And these were married, because the wife is supposed to follow the husband. I'm just asking a question.
Yes, supposed to.
What you say? Okay, I understand why I want you to make sure that be led, if they be led by God. Well, there is some time that you don't want to follow. I know my eyes do. I'm telling you, it's war time. I mean, people think of, we preaching everything, we are wars. And God takes care of it, because we look and we see where God is leading both of us.
Yes.
Because I can't go without her. I can point in that direction, but I need her to go with me.
Amen.
I'm not trying to go back and get her. I want to go with me. I think it'd be better if she goes with me. And I think it'd be better if I go with her. But sometimes she tells me stuff and I be looking at her going, huh? What? Did you talk to God? And she said, oh, you want me with that on? Oh, they do? Oh, Lord, who the hell is that? I ain't professional. Can y'all hear me? I don't be like, Pastor, just checking on all. I don't know. I don't want this thing. Yeah, huh? Who was that? Yeah. Are we good? Are we good? Maybe I need to go on this side. I know it, man. I ain't understand. But we was on should, it's just a question, should a wife follow the husband, or should the husband, they should go on the journey together. Especially in matrimony, I think we should go on the journey together. That's why I go to journey, and it's a journey that we go. So Naomi went with her husband on this journey, and he died while he was on this journey. Remember, today is, do we really want to share? And he died, and she was left with her two sons. Now, back in the day, raising two sons was something else for a woman. Because if the father died, the son was supposed to take over. That was the leadership in the man. That's leadership. So what if the son didn't take on the leadership of the father? And I know I come from a strong background of strong women who milk cows, cut up pigs, and all this kind of stuff. And I used to sit there and watch my grandmother say, Mom, what you doing? And mother, mother, what you doing? We cleaning chilies, boy. You gonna eat this here after a while. But I was squeamish. I didn't like to see all the blood. I didn't like to see this here. But I used to tell her that. She said, you might not like to see it, but you sure like to eat it. So we deal with that, and we have some strong women. And here we are. Her husband has died, so now she got to take on. She got to be a little stronger than what it is. Do y'all believe that the woman has to be stronger sometime? Yes. Wait, hold on. You can be. Do we really want to share? Do we really want to share? So you guys share. Is it always going to be 50-50? And this is not a marriage seminar. I'm just saying. I'm trying to put it in, bringing it to this here. It's not a 50-50. It's not a 60-40. And somebody else going to have to carry the weight sometime, right? Okay, I'm just making sure we're in the same house. So I told you it's a village over here, the town over here, the city over here. So if we can get us in the same house where the city is being raised, then we can work together. But if you got a clique over here who's really down in the city, then you're gonna have some disappointments and everything. So here, Naomi, her husband, has died, and she had two sons, and they took wives of the women of Moab. The name of one of them was Oprah, and the name of the other was Ruth. And they dwelled there 10 years. 10 years after her husband died, they stayed in the same place. Stayed in the same place. Do you believe that woman did some serious praying? Because she had lost her husband. She got her 2 sons, and now they're married and everything. She had to do some serious praying. I say this by Naomi, she had to be a praying mother. How many of y'all praying mothers? Why are you cheering so bad? I'm sorry, that slipped out. I work at the elementary, so it's rough. It's rough. It's rough. Let's go on, hit it hard. You can raise your child up in the church. When they get grown enough, they feel that they've been on a leash for so long. So when they get off that leash, they become so wild. But they'll never let you go. It seems like they're free, but they'll never let you go. I know I got a son like that. I love him. I love my son. I try to tell him. He tells me something like, Daddy, you don't love me. I said, why you say I don't love you? Because you don't do what I want you to do. I see. I believe Jesus got that problem with us too. I believe he got that problem with us. We won't do what he tells us to do. We won't. And Mahlon and Chilion, verse 5, died. Also, both of them, and the woman was left with her 2 sons and her husband. Okay, my fault. And 6, and then she arose with her daughters-in-law that she might return from the country of Moab, for she had heard in the country of Moab how that the Lord had visited his people in giving them bread. She heard. How did y'all come to Jesus? Did y'all hear something? What did you hear?
So you heard something about him.
Yes. You had to hear something about him. And then when you heard, you had to get an understanding on who he was and what he would do. You had to get that. But in the church house, when you leave here, when you leave these 4 walls on Sunday, when you leave these 4 walls, what do you do after you hear about him when Pastor gets through preaching? What do you do? What do most of us do? Don't hold your head down. Don't hold your head down. Just tell me, what do you do? Go, Ms. Adams said, go eat dinner. Now, that's one. Come on, give me another one. Hey, we ate dinner Sunday, but come on now, somebody, what do you do? Don't be ashamed. It's okay. After you get through hearing the word, do you go share the word? Ain't nothing wrong. We all family. We in the same city right now. We in the same city. So y'all can say it. It's okay. What'd you say, Mom? Sometimes we go. And that word is a lot. It's a lot. Sometimes we do that a whole lot. Sometimes. How many of y'all know somebody need to know Jesus? Amen. She said her whole family. Amen. What's stopping you? What's stopping you from telling them about Jesus? That's a question.
It be their attitude or their disinterest. And so, you know.
He said their attitude, right. Their disinterest. Right. What else?
I mean, sometimes you have to show yourself Christ-like.
Right.
Ooh, yes.
You know, parade around saying, okay, I go to church, I do this, I do that, in your lifestyle, or say something with.
She said lifestyle.
Right.
Your lifestyle. So what is your lifestyle after you leave the church? No, it's for everybody, but you can answer. But what is your lifestyle after you leave the church? And do you really want to share? We're gonna get to it, but do you really want to share when you leave the church? Do you really want to share? What is your lifestyle? What is your lifestyle from Monday, Tuesday? We ain't gonna call Wednesday because you sneak up in here and try to show out. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What is your lifestyle? Yeah.
Have struggles that they deal with and that they're
I like that.
God to help them and to deliver them from. Sometimes, and I'm just going to use myself for an example, a lot of times when I'm praying and I'm asking
Can I?
my job, in my family, at the store, wherever I am. I don't want anybody to, and when people come up to me and they say something to me and it has something to do with God, that's my answer right there. That's my confirmation that, hey, you're walking, you're doing it.
There you go. Now, let me ask this question here. Do you know more hypocrites than you know Christians?
Absolutely. But that's one of the things we have to
I ain't want you to answer that. I just want you to, in your mind, I want you to know, do you know more hypocrites than you know Christians? When do you minister? On Sunday in church? Because the majority of us, that's when we like to minister, is on Sunday in church. When the pastor getting ready to preach, that we want to minister. But what about Monday, Tuesday, skip Wednesday because you're coming to show out. Thursday, Friday. When do we do that? Because I know people try to minister to me on Sunday when I come to hear the word of God. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong now. I just want to know. Because you got to hurry. I mean, when do we really want to share Jesus? Let's go back. But what I said was she heard about the word. She heard about what was going on, that God was taking care of who? His people. God was taking care of his people back where she was, back where she came from. She heard about it. No, she came from Bethlehem. And she heard about it. And my thing is, what are they hearing from us when we leave out here on Sunday? What are they hearing from us? This is a serious thing. What are they hearing from? And I have to do that because I work around a lot of people, and I'm going like, Lord, they ain't going to never be saved. How can I say some stuff like that? When I know what it took to save me. Why can I say somebody? How can I tell them I'm cheering so bad they just like their mama? They just like their daddy. How many of y'all done said that this year? Okay, y'all ain't got to be honest. I know you have. I'm talking about in the church. I seen the church. Ooh, boy, what your folk teaching you? I mean, come on. You come home, you send them straight downstairs because you don't want to deal with them while you're up in the church. I know, I watch stuff around the church. But here we are. How the hypocrites. And when did you stop being a hypocrite? And yeah, there you go, Dennis. No, that's what it is. That's what we're having a talk tonight. Have we stopped being hypocrites? And are the Christians the best hypocrites? I'm just asking the question because we get saved and we think everything somebody else do. And I'm just finna hit home. I got to be real with me. Somebody got a beer can and you want to talk about them so bad. Somebody got a joint in their mouth, you want to talk about them so bad, but you won't get close to them because you're so standoffish because they used to do what you used to do. What you scared is contagious. You scared it's contagious? I asked Brother Dennis one time, I said, if you had to write a resume to get into heaven, how could you get in there? If you had to write a resume to get in heaven, how could you get in there? What would be on your resume? One brother just stood up, he walked up to him and said, you know all about me. That's what he said. He said, Lord, you already know all about me. So writing a resume, you're going to lie on the resume. I know you are. There's no reason for you to write the resume because you're going to lie. Because you're going to try to make things good. You did all this, I did all that. No. Just sit down one night and try to write a resume. You can't do it. You've been too bad. You ain't been good. Somebody needed some help. This lady car, it went out today. They needed some cables and everything. Lord knows I'm going to tell y'all I tried to avoid her. I didn't want to go out there because I didn't want to deal with it. She had too many children in the car. I didn't want to deal with it, everybody. And then I work at the elementary. Every little child I see want a hug. Every little child I see shoes need to be tied up. Every little child I see I said, Lord, I asked to be here, but now I don't know about it. Do we really want to share? Do I want to spend all day long tying shoes? You know what I say, don't you? Boy, your mama and dad ain't never taught you to tie shoes. It don't make no sense that you don't know how to tie shoes. I'm studying tying the shoes up. What I'm doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? What you say? I'm not teaching. I'm not teaching. Dennis hit on it. I'm not teaching. Dealer complain. I need to be teaching this child how to tie shoes. When we leave here on Sunday, we need to be teaching others about Jesus Christ. When we leave here on Sunday, but we go out and we fall into sometime. The pastor didn't do a good sermon that well, he did all right. That was it. Do y'all ever do it? Now, don't answer this question. Don't answer this question. When you walk out the church sometime, somebody asks you what the pastor preach about. You don't even know. Don't answer. I ain't telling nobody else. What was the sermon Sunday? Yeah, there you go. I know what it is. He said it. How many people answered? 3? I ain't knocking nobody. I'm just telling you. That's how we got to do better. We got to do better. Let's get back to the root cause. Do we want to share? Do we want to share? But she had heard how that the Lord visited the people, giving them bread. Wherefore she went forth out of the place where she was, and her 2 daughters-in-law with her, and they went on the way to return to Judah. And Naomi said to her 2 daughters-in-law, go return each to her mother's house. The Lord will deal kindly with you, and you shall have dealt with, as you have dealt with the dead with me. The Lord grant you that you may find rest, each of you, in the house of a husband. I prayed that. Then she kissed him, and they lifted their voice and wept. She prayed for him. She prayed for him. She knew it was bad. She knew it was bad. And she trying to shoo them off like chicken, but they won't go. She trying to get rid of them like a yo-yo, but the yo-yo keep coming back. And she done told somebody. Have anybody in here ever told somebody how bad you done had it? Have you ever told somebody how bad you done had it? Or you around somebody that know how bad you are, but they act like you ain't had it that bad? Have you been around somebody that know how good you had it, and they'll tell the world, that girl don't know what she's talking about. All the good. When I went over her house, her mama deep free was always full. Her mama was always giving my mama substance and everything. And every time I turn around, her mama was blessing my mama. Her mama was blessing our family. She was doing this here. And then you find, my mama used to do that stuff, and then I used to say stuff, and I shouldn't have said it. They don't have nothing. They don't have nothing. Because every time they turn around, they show up at our house, and our deep was full, and they come, and I started getting jealous. I started getting jealous of what my mom was giving to me. I didn't understand God then. I didn't understand God then. I put everything on my mom, saying that she was the provider, which God was the one that was providing everything for everybody. But I had got jealous. So when we leave here on Sunday and we walk out of these 4 walls, what are we doing? Are we teaching or are we reaching? Can we still remember the sermon before we hit the parking lot? Can you tell somebody on your job on Monday, or tell somebody that's in your life on Sunday what the sermon was about or what God has done for you? Can you remember? Do we really want to share? So here we is, Naomi is telling them, verse 11 said, Naomi said, turn again, my daughters. Why will you go with me? Are there any more sons in my womb that may be your husband? Turn again, my daughters. Go your way, for I am too old to have a husband. If I should say, I hope if I should have a husband also tonight, and you should also and shall also bear sons, would you tarry for them till they are grown? Would you stay for them for having a husband? Nay, my daughters, for it grieveth me much for your sake that the hand of the Lord is gone against me. She is very sorrowful now. She is very sorrowful. Have you ever been around somebody so sorrowful you don't want to be around them? Every time you turn around, they got a problem. Every time can't nothing be fixed. You ever been around somebody like that? Have you? Complaining about this shit, complaining about a loaf of bread, complaining that they ain't got number one egg, complaining because they ain't got no law, complaining all this shit, complaining about this, complaining about you don't want to be around no more. But them the people you need to be around. You need to encourage them. And I know it's hard. It's very difficult to be around somebody complaining all the time. Am I right? It's very difficult. But Naomi has come and she's just giving her all. She's laying it all out there. She said, look here, I ain't got no more sons. And if I could have some more sons, are you going to wait till they grown? Are you going to wait? Daughters, listen to me. Are you going to wait till they're grown? Nay. So y'all just going back to your folks. But it was rough in their land. They're going back to your folks. And they lifted up their voice and wept again. And Oprah kissed her mother-in-law. But Ruth cleaved unto her. And she said, behold, thy sister-in-law is gone back unto the people and unto the gods. Return thou after thy sister-in-law. She said, go, follow your sister-in-law. Follow her. Ain't nothing good here. Ain't nothing good here.
Haven't we all been at that point?
Yes.
Although Naomi is a believer in the true and living God, I think we've hit pitfalls in life that we feel like God is not with us. He's against us. And everybody around us suffer because we're in that complaining mode. So I feel like you'll be better without me because even my God is turned against me. And it's not that I don't want you with me. I just want better for you. I don't want you to suffer like I'm suffering. I know even in my life, there have been times when death came along, Lord, why? And, so I'm at a point that when I'm trying to do right, yet I feel like you're not helping me, that you're against me. I think that's what Naomi is, to lose a husband and both sons.
Both sons. Both breadwinners, all three breadwinners.
So all three, me and her wife,
It's gone. Now she get with some girls that she met in this land, and she don't know her folk, and she miss her folk. So she tell me to go back, and she telling me, I ain't got nothing else there for you. And she said, follow thy sister-in-law. In verse 16, it said, and Ruth said, entreat me not to leave thee or return following after thee. For whether thou goest, I will go. And whether thou lodgest, I will lodge. Thy people shall be my people, and thy God my God. How many people in your life would say that they want what you have in Christ? How many people that you work with would say that they want what you have in Christ? We talked about the lifestyle, how you do outside these four walls of the church, how you carry yourself when you leave out, when you hit the parking lot. How would they say they want their God, your God, to be their God? Would they say that? Even in family, let's go with the family. With your family saying, you saying your family watches you. Yeah, it's a microscopic. They looking at you to see if this Jesus is really real in you. Have you changed for real? Have you? And they look so hard. And anything they find that's wrong, they're going to throw it out of whack. And they're going to tell you about yourself. I knew this wasn't real. I know you was fake. I know you was no good. I don't know why you go to that church. They don't call no name, you go to that church.
That's the point I was making when I was telling you it's a struggle it's a personal struggle, perseverance when you work walking with Christ. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm a young Christian. So the things that we're faced up against as young Christians, and it can be old hands, whatever, but the things that we're faced with, it's a lot. And so for me personally, my family knows where I came from, and they know
That's what.
Just to do it for yourself.
It's,
Let alone to share it with somebody else or to let other people see it in you.
how many of us have struggled this year in your walk? You struggle in your walk, but do we really want to share? The question is, Naomi wants to share everything, but she's discouraged because of what has happened. Now, Ruth is taking on the situation. She said, look here, wherever you go, I'll go. Wherever you lodge, I'll lodge. Yeah, I'll lodge. Well, okay, and she said, I want your God to be my God. Go ahead, Pastor.
I came in a little bit tardy, so I don't know how much was already sung before I got in. But I'm looking at the story as well, and the question that I want to raise is Ruth's willingness, could part of Ruth's willingness to follow Naomi be a result of her selflessness when she releases these two girls to say, hey, it appears that I have nothing more to offer you. And even if I did marry at this age, you look 12, 16 years from now, before I have an eligible son, if I have a son, that you can marry into. I'm of age. You all go on. Could Ruth's response be different from that to say that she needs somebody as well? And because of your selflessness, it makes me more apt to cleave to you than to walk away from you.
That's right. And the thing about it is that,
And here, right before Felix, because if it's true that she's bitter about her loss, she exemplifies a great strength of selflessness as a testimony.
yeah, it's like Brother Dennis said. Brother Dennis said she knew what was going on, but she wanted better for Ruth. And her journey back to Bethlehem, to Judah, was going to be a long journey. It's going to be a hard journey. But she didn't want them to take that journey. But Ruth, she said, I don't know if Ruth had any good thing to go back to. I don't know if she had any good thing to go back to. She done lost her husband too. Naomi lost her husband and Ruth lost her husband. So both of them can feel it. They can feel it, what's going on. They can feel. But to understand what she wants to share, Ruth just will not give up. She's persistent. Now the other girl said, hey, you ain't got to tell me no more. I can see the long, hard road that you finna take. I don't want to take this road. I lost her husband too.
Is that wrong of her to make that choice, though?
It's not wrong. I think she's cleaving to a motherly, because she's been there. She's been there through the hard time. Naomi has been there through the hard times and everything. And Ruth, she appreciates what Naomi has done for her, so she won't leave. She won't leave. But do we really want to share? Because, go ahead. We got to go.
Obviously, Naomi had to have some very good qualities. She had to be a woman of faith. She had to be telling Oprah and Ruth about her God and how she has survived losing a husband and two sons.
Right?
And yet she still persevered. So there was a lot in Naomi's character,
Her actions.
her actions and her character that we often overlook in this story. Because you spoke earlier about, you said, well, if this was happening, would I go over there? You know, you used the analogy of you're getting ready to go to Chicago.
But don't have a spare.
But I don't have a spare.
So I won't go with you because I don't trust you because you don't have a spare, so I'm not going to ride with you.
Right. So, you know, but apparently, or it's obvious to me, that Naomi was a God-fearing woman. You know, as a small child, I remember seeing my great-grandmama praying. I remember seeing my grandmama praying. I remember seeing my mama praying.
I like that word remember. You said remember. See, and that's what it's going to take. It's going to take a lot of remembrance for us to make this move. And she remembered everything that Naomi did. So she had to go, Dennis.
I will tag Brother Anderson. Naomi, yeah, she lived a certain way, I believe, before them, before both of them. But look at, they made two separate choices. Oprah went back to what she was familiar with. I think the most profound statement that Ruth makes is at the end of that verse, your God shall be my God.
Yes.
I think that's because where they were in Moab, they worshiped idols.
Yes.
And she used the capital G with no S. Your God shall be my God. I'm leaving that to go after not just you, your people, where you live, but your God. So when I live a certain way, Rashonda, it doesn't matter. When I leave Sister Towns, I may not have to say nothing. But if I live a certain way, someone text you and say,
Yes.
hey, Sister Carol, could you tell me, how did you make it through that? And then it gives me an opportunity
I like
to
that.
reference the sermon from that Sunday or the Sunday before or some
Oh, I tell you, y'all got it going on.
What someone
Uh-huh.
to God. Because it's really not me, but the God that's in me that's helping me, that I'm able to get through what I'm getting through. So if we live a certain way, and we can draw people. Ain't gonna get everybody.
Right.
Naomi had a chance to get 2 feet.
Right.
Go ahead on.
She get 50%. God won the law.
And the question was, do we really want to share? Now okay, Pastor, go, Pastor.
My question to Brother Dennis, Brother Peter, what credit do we give to Orpah and to Ruth?
What credit do we give them?
What credit do we give to them for their experience with God? Is it just Naomi's God, or while being, if we follow the Old Testament tradition, Brother Dennis, Naomi's boys, as long as they dad and live,
Yeah.
would be on that plantation,
Amen. And live in the place.
and they would live in that community
That's right.
together. So whatever my father-in-law experienced and my mother-in-law experienced, is there not a shadow that I've experienced something as well?
Amen.
And is it possible that Orpah and Ruth could be given some credit that they had a capital G-O-D experience?
Amen.
And perhaps with Ruth, her capital G-O-D experience far exceeded her lowercase G-O-D-S experience.
It's the truth, but like I said, all of them had lost their husband, so all of them experienced the same thing. So that would basically, she knew that Naomi was grieving, and when Naomi, I'm gonna call that a breakdown. When you call that snap, when she said, "Go on back, y'all, go on back, cause this is not gonna work out." So y'all going back. She had it, and then at the end of that, after she done had a breakdown, it says in verse 16, when she saw that she was steadfastly minded to go with her, then she left speaking unto her. She had made her case. Ruth had made her case. Oprah had decided she's going to go on back. Is that her case, Pastor? Well, Oprah had made her case, and she left. But Ruth said, I'm going to stay no matter what. I'm going to stay with the capital G, this lady, this God here, because you heard. Remember, she heard what was going on in her land. She heard it. But she stopped speaking with her, and they just went on. They just went on. So we do really want to share. We just got to know when to share. And like I said, when we walk out of this church on these 4 walls on Sunday, we shouldn't forget the sermon by the time we get to the parking lot.
Mr. Teacher,
Yes, sir.
if all of them lose a husband,
Yeah?
which grief is worse? Mother of her husband and boys, or the daughters of their husband?
What do you say?
Which grief is more?
Which grief is more? I wouldn't call it, this is me, I wouldn't call it a contest, but the since Naomi had lost her husband and they stayed there 10 years. 10 years after he died, those girls, after Elimelech died, the boys. But the girls saw the grievance of the mother in the 10 years. In the 10 years, they saw how she grieved. They saw how she kept everything in order. So when their husband died, they understood. Okay, go ahead on. We got to go now. We got to go. It's 7:21. Okay, we got 9 more minutes. Go ahead on.
I'm going to say Naomi's loss is greater.
Naomi's loss is greater?
She lost her husband inside.
I don't know.
I lost my husband.
Uh-huh.
I still have my supporting cast.
Yeah.
My 2 boys.
Y'all agree?
Because of the way I was having the structure set up in the Old Testament. But then she loses them also.
Okay, we'll go with that too. What's the care?
I think Naomi, she lost her son, she lost her husbands, her sons, and her grandchildren to come.
You pushing it. You pushing it. You pushing it. But I know she lost everything. But then as I said, yeah, it was a generation. But remember, you like it. But what came out of Naomi? What came from Naomi? The grandson. The grandson. Who was grandson? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So it bounced out. It bounced out right. But everything okay. We do really want to share. We just got to know how to share. And when we leave here on Sunday, we need to be thinking more about teaching and reaching others when we leave here to share. And it's hard. It's difficult because we got so much on our mind. I went home Sunday and the whole community wore off. And my wife acted like it was my fault. I said, baby, it'll be back on. But when? Go by Walmart and give me 5 gallons of water. Something got to have them up in this house. I went by there and got it. I got home, get what happened? The water on. But I got the right amount of water that we can use. So it's just like we really want to share. But I was dealing with her hurt, and y'all dealt down with her. She was hurt, and she had an explosion. And she told him, but when she got to the point where the girl was steadfastly wasn't going to leave her, she stopped talking to her and said, girl, come on here, let's go. Let's do this journey. And what I'm telling y'all tonight, y'all come on here, let's go. Let's do this journey. Let's reach the people that's out there that we think can't be reached. That's it.
My last remark for the night.
Last remark.
I think.
No, that's it. Ruth.
Said, regardless of what you're going,
Okay.
I'm going with you.
Yeah.
If I can take that and put it out parallel our spiritual walk with God, I think there are times that we hit pitfalls.
Yeah.
And we said, Lord, I'm staying with you.
Yeah.
Regardless of what comes or goes, I'm going with you.
Yeah.
And I think that God is sitting there saying, that's where I really want you to be anyway.
Yeah.
And when I get you sold in, bought in, he said, okay, let's go. And the journey continues.
That's it. Who in here hungry tonight? Raise your hand if you're hungry. I'm talking want some food. Ain't number 2 people said you don't want told 3. Oh, Sydney got it. Oh, back in the lead said she hungry. That Philip. Oh, Deontay too. I can't that light blind to me. I just want to know, are you willing to share if you're hungry? Are you willing to share? You said. Give me Deontay Jr., give me a Sam, give me Sydney. Come here. Who else said they were home? Don't raise your hand. Elise, come on. That's it. Now, I don't know. I just brought God. He told me to stop by the store, do something. I just want to see. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just going. You might not. I just want to see the reaction of what's going to go on here. I just want to see. Do we really want to share?
It's rough for me to leave.
Yeah, you can pick whatever you want.
I feel like
Who said they would like that? Who?
That's right.
That's it.
Are you doing share?
Hey, okay, she gonna share. And that's what I'm talking about. Do we really want to share? That's what I want to see. If anybody was gonna offer anybody something, and this is what happened. And that's what we have to do when we leave here on Sunday. We have to be willing to share what we have been put down in our hearts and our mind. We have to be willing to share what we need. And this is a great opportunity to do. They started, because Sidney was grabbing everything. I'm talking, his hand was so big, he had grabbed 2 drinks all at the same time. Okay. But nobody was going to stop him, but that was it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. And that's it. That's yours.
I think that you got to share without taking a swallow first.
Yeah. And that's the reason I brought all that stuff, because I wanted to see who was going to offer somebody something. So when Pastor preaches on Sunday, when we get ready to go home, outside these 4 walls, we ought to be willing to share when we leave here. Share the word of God. Share, teach, do what we need to do to win souls for Christ. That is my time. Any announcements?